Of course, being dubbed the Duchess diva and diva in high heels, and apparently made grown men cry, which I find incredible, as I say, because normally what I find with people like that, particularly if they're very demanding and difficult bosses, is you have to hit back. Bottom line is, normally there's nobody ever really hit back at them, and that's really part of the problem. Once you have a go back, well, famously, of course, they tend to back down, and it's very difficult, I understand, if you need that paycheck and they are bullying you. I get it. But of course, the problem that you have now, when you think about it, with the likes of Meghan Markle is simply this. Now, as she's struggling herself to, find a new platform, remit, whatever you want to call it, obviously in the next few weeks, we're going to see the very first return to podcasting. This is after the mega deal with Spotify for millions of dollars flopped. And you can understand exactly why this brand new company, small independent company called Lemonada, who I've told you are not paying her big bucks, she has to work hard for the money. Well, it's interesting because apparently, according to a source, things are already evolving. Let me explain. Morning, lovely to see you, chums, today on a lovely, blisteringly warm day here in the very heart of London. Nice to have your company, whatever you're doing. I know I say this, but stay safe. And as I said, thank you for your comments regarding the word chums. Yes, it seems that many people do enjoy the fact that we are chums. There's always one or two spoil spots, aren't there, in the ointment, that, oh, I don't like that. And you think, fine, okay, it's not the end of the world. The end of the world really is when you find yourself opening your purse on a Thursday with no money for any jammy Dodgers. Do you get the picture? That's a bit worrying, yes. But other than that, I think you can survive. Can Meghan Markle survive, though? This is the thing. Her return to podcasting is going to be very interesting indeed, because, you normally get one chance, two chances. You've got to make a go of it. You've got to make some kind of thing. And what was interesting was the guest list that has now evolved, that has changed, because now is it founders or something? And I'm not, to me, I'm not bothered whether Meghan Markle's made a success of a business or not. I'm more interested actually in the guests and whether we get a lovely story about some successes from people that deserve a platform to be heard. I think anybody starting a business, however small, and it gets big, and if they've started it in their kitchen or their bedroom or something like that, and it suddenly evolves into this mega brand, it must be great. And the story of this sort of evolution of it must be wonderful. Can Meghan dig it up? But you see, Meghan is ruthless, absolutely, because it's self-preservation. That's what you've got to do in the world of show business. You can't sit there, being some kind of shrinking violet. And according to a source, last November, this woman was on the guest list. Yes, Kamala Harris, the first female vice president. Now, I would have imagined that was a good story. Not exactly a founder, I get all of that, but a story nonetheless. How do you go from that to being the vice president of the United States and the first female? It's got to be an interesting story. Well, as you know, in the world of show business, chums, it becomes rather brutal. And as she's found out, of course, Kamala Harris, people like Oprah Winfrey disappear into the ether. Beyonce may have turned up, paid or not paid. She's not exactly offered tickets for that forthcoming tour. You see how this works. So where are we with Meghan Markle? Well, apparently she's still on the pondering list, because right now nobody knows what Kamala is planning to do. Whether she writes a book, we know she's signed with CAA, I believe, which is a creative agency, so there could be talks there, chat show appearances, stuff like that. But, for Meghan, is that a big enough name? As I said, she'd sent overtures to the current First Lady of the United States of America, the beautiful Melania Trump. But naturally, not being exactly nice about your husband doesn't exactly get you that free pass. For now, though, as I say, Kamala Harris could have been and was on that list last November. Something changed. What do you think it is? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.